I want to do a special project this Christmas, but first, let's watch the video. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, and stay tuned until the end of the video for the big announcement. Hey guys! I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys are interested in seeing a Tinder video of my Tinder experiences in Singapore, and many of you guys said yes, so yeah, that's why I decided to share this story with you guys. So I started using Tinder this year after I graduated university, and so far I've only met 2 people in Japan, and when I was in Singapore I only met 1 person. So how I choose guys when I look at Tinder is, okay, so you guys know what Tinder is, right? You look at the guy's face and like, yeah, swipe left or right. If you like him right, not like him left. So usually at first I look at their face, of course, because that's the first thing you see, and see if he's like my type. And if he seems like a nice person, then I read his bio. That's one way I choose guys. Another way I choose guys is usually guys that super like me. It says who super likes you, and yeah, usually if a guy super likes me, then I really take time to look at his information instead of just swiping left and right, seeing if it looks like we'll be compatible. And yeah, so when I first arrived to Singapore, a lot of Singaporean guys, I found them very attractive, so I wanted to go on dates with some of them. So I was on Instagram, Tinder, and I was like swiping, right? So at first I wasn't getting any matches because before I arrived to Singapore, I was showing my friend, a guy friend, the app, and he wanted to check out some girls on the app, but he didn't want to make an account. So I changed my settings into male and looking for both male and female. That's why they were like a mix of boys and girls. But when I arrived to Singapore, I changed the settings back to I'm interested in male, but I forgot to change my gender back to female. So yeah, I was basically swiping a whole bunch of gay people, wondering why I wasn't getting any matches, and I was getting pretty discouraged. But eventually I found out and I changed it and I started using Tinder again. So I talked to some guys and I didn't meet anyone except that one person, only because, so one thing that makes me not want to talk to guys is when, like, I'm only in Singapore for a week, right? I don't have time to small talk. I'm not a small talk kind of girl. Like, no, I'd rather just meet you in person and do the small talk in person. So if you're trying to do small talk on the app, I'll ghost you because yeah, it's kind of a waste of my time. Other people that I stopped talking to is like, you know, of course, the ones that are just DTF. So this one guy, on his profile, it says, I didn't know DTF meant in Taifang. And I didn't know what DTF meant either, but he looked cute. That's why I liked him. But after talking to him, I realized, yeah, so that guy, I ghosted him as well. So I met one guy in Singapore through Tinder. So his Tinder profile, actually, he was someone that super liked me. That's why I looked at his profile carefully, and actually none of his profile pictures, there were no pictures of his face. So he's actually not someone that I would normally swipe right to. But the reason why I did was because there were some pictures of books he liked to read, and they were all books that I like to read as well. Also his description box, he seemed like a really nice guy, and yeah, that's why I liked him. After talking to him for a bit, he sent me so many quotes. So my first assumption was, oh, he's probably a fan that wants to go on a date with me. And honestly, I thought that concept was so cute, and yeah, like he seemed like such a sweet guy. Like, who does that, right? So we liked each other 2 or 3 days before we met, and every morning he would send me quotes, and I thought that was really cute. And yeah, I just thought he was a fan, a cute fan. Yeah, I didn't know how he looked like, and he seemed really sweet. He planned the entire date. So we meet up in City Hall, City Link Mall. The first thing we do is go grab some food at the food court. So we grab some food, and I tell him that I'm from Jakarta and that I'm studying Bahasa, and then I start talking in Indonesian a little bit. And luckily, he could also speak Bahasa Indonesia or Bahasa Melayu, so the entire day we ended up speaking, like mixing both languages, which was really, really fun. We went to Marina Bay Sands, and there's like the water shows. We watched the water show, and then we went to a bar after that. And at the bar, we were showing like pictures of like when we were kids, like smaller, and then he kept asking me if I had plastic surgery. Like, the thing is, I wasn't insulted because that's not something that would insult me. So he asked me if I had plastic surgery, specifically on my nose, and I said that I didn't have plastic surgery, and he was very pushy about it. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, you don't have to be insecure. Like, you don't have to lie. I won't judge. Like, are you sure you didn't have plastic surgery? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Like that. And that conversation ended. And a couple minutes later, like after looking through some of my pictures, he asked me again, like, wait, like you could tell me if you had plastic surgery. That's why, as a joke, I was like, yeah, I did have plastic surgery. And he's like, oh my god, you didn't have to hide it. Like, why are you being so insecure about it? I'm like, no, I didn't have plastic surgery. And then like I was like going like this, like, look, like my nose, like it's real, like what do you want me to do? And then I was like, do you want to poke it? And he's like, yeah, can I poke it? He starts poking my nose. Like to make sure, like to check if it's real or not. Like, I don't know if he's touched a fake nose before. I don't know what's the difference because I've never touched a fake nose before. But he's just like poking my nose and he's like, oh yeah, you're right, it is real. And I'm like, yeah, I could even crack it. And he's like, no, don't crack it. And I'm like, okay, I won't crack it. So yeah, that happened. He was a really nice guy. He was very ambitious for sure. I'm always afraid of awkward silences, but with him, yeah, it wasn't awkward at all. Like, we had good conversation, laughed a lot. So that's how the night ended after the bar. We just went home. Something that I found interesting was that the conversations that you would have with Japanese people and Singaporeans are very different. In Singapore, religion is very, very existent, let's just say. The topic of religion comes up a lot, which was really surprising. At this point, I'm talking about not only the Tinder date that I met, but also like the couch surfers. We talked about religion, which was really surprising to me because in Japan, because it's mainly, you could say, agnostic culture, like, yeah, religion is like a topic that no one really talks about that much. So I found it really interesting. Like, low-key, I kind of found it attractive only because their story was very relatable to my story, because you guys know I came from a very religious upbringing, so we had a lot of things in common. I know that a lot of people find Singlish annoying, but I find it so attractive. I think the reason why I find it attractive is because Singlish is a mix of different languages, right? So it probably means that you're multilingual, and yeah, I find multilingual people really attractive. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I love learning about new cultures and stuff like that. So I guess that's the biggest difference between Japan and Singapore. Will I be using the app in Indonesia? Honestly, I might. I won't say that I won't. But the thing is, the reason why I don't use it in Indonesia is because in Singapore, I went because of vacation, right? Like, I wanted to meet people and I wanted to explore. But in Indonesia, I'm actually really busy. Like, I'm so busy. Like, I don't even have time to meet my friends that much. So I don't see myself using the app that much in Indonesia, but we'll have to see. But yeah, that's my Tinder story in Singapore. What I really respected about this guy was a lot of guys, they're very like, they just want to tie you down kind of, and like, you know, touchy and stuff. But he was very sweet. He paid for almost everything. I paid for the bar, but everything else he paid for it, which on dates, like, I personally really appreciate it when a guy pays and doesn't expect anything back. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, a part of it might be because I'm on a budget, but also it's just a really kind gesture, and I want to be able to rely on my man, right? When a guy could pay for food or just, yeah, something small, I don't know, to me it feels reliable. So yeah, it was very sweet that he paid for a lot of the meals. It was also very sweet that he wasn't touchy at all. Like, sometimes when I go on dates with people, I feel like the guy wants to eat me eat me alive, but he was really respectful. Yeah, actually, I really enjoyed my date. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better date. Like, he was very sweet and the best tour guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I ever go on dates, I'll give you guys more story time videos if you guys want. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys on the vlog. Bye guys! Oh, and now the Christmas update. Okay. Happy holidays! Happy Merry Christmas! It's my first summer Christmas, so it feels so weird. It does not feel like the holiday season is coming. But basically, this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I wanted to collect some donations from you guys so that I could give Christmas presents to the kids here. As you guys know, if you guys saw the videos in the past, I volunteered teaching in a couple of places and I visited the slum areas where there were so many kids, and I just wanted to spread some Christmas love and just give them a little gift. About the gifts, they don't have to be brand new. They could just be things from your house, I guess. Things you don't need. They're donations for a reason, right? It could be clothes, dolls. The address will be down below. It's gonna be partnered with the people that I work with here. It's a company called Picomo. That's the office that it's gonna be sent to, and maybe a week before Christmas we could just organize the gift so we could give it out on Christmas Day. And the reason why I thought of this idea is because I know that there's so many organizations where you could donate your things to, and I remember every time I donated something, I always wondered where my donations went. I thought it would be cool if, because we're a small family, right? It would be cool to like vlog and film the kids receiving things that you guys actually sent and actually seeing where the things you guys sent goes to, like who it goes to and how the kids feel about it, their reactions and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought it would be really fun and perfect timing because it's Christmas, right? This is like really random. I don't know how this is gonna go, but if you guys are willing to join for the Christmas present thingy for this year, please send in your gifts to this address for the kids here. Yeah, I guess that's all I have for today. For now, I'll keep you guys updated on it throughout this month. But yeah, that's all I have to say for that. Thank you guys all for watching, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas. May it be filled with love and surrounded by your loved ones, guys. To be happy, and yeah, take care of yourself because you guys deserve it. See you guys in the vlogs. Bye. Wacha.